Hello BookTube and happy Friday. Welcome to Friday Reads. Today is the 27th of September and I have some books to share with you and some knitting that I want to share with you that I plan on doing this weekend. The knitting from my great sweater project of 2019 as I'm calling it. So to start off with, I don't think she watches, I'm pretty sure she doesn't, but happy birthday to my mom. Her birthday was on Thursday. She turned the big 6-7. When I called her on the phone, I said something about 57 and she's like, no, it's 67. And my brother, she says to me, she says, your brother didn't even say happy birthday, because my brother drops his son off, my nephew off at my parents' place every morning on his way to work because they babysit. And he didn't even say a word to her about it. And she was laughing about it. She said she's not upset because she sometimes even gets confused because his birthday is the 28th of August and hers is, of course, the 26th of September. So I think she thinks in his head her birthday is the 28th and not the 26th. And plus, when you've got two young kids, you can't remember, your head from your tail half the time, I think. So remembering an exact date. But I know I've done that personally. I had two friends. My best friend, her birthday is the 27th of July. And another girl that I used to work with years ago, her birthday was like the 28th. And I could never remember who was who. You know what I mean? So I totally get it. It is what it is. I'm sure he'll remember at some point today, especially when it comes up, or I'm filming this on Thursday, as you guys know. He will have remembered at some point and probably wished her a happy birthday when he picked the kids up or when he picked my nephew up. So anyway, so happy birthday to my mom. This weekend is also the Create Your Own Readathon weekend. I had an epic fail last weekend and completely forgot because I had all the dates listed in the Goodreads group. And I completely forgot that last weekend was the Create Your Own Readathon. It's been a bit of a crazy month with Garrett switching shifts and stuff with my dad that's going on that I don't think I've updated you guys on at all. It's not bad. It's still been a little stressful. I'll share with you guys at the very end of this if you're interested in hearing about it. But yeah, so let's jump into what I'm going to be reading. So I will be vlogging this weekend for the Create Your Own Readathon, so that's fun. So expect that video to come up, I think, on Tuesday, maybe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be on Tuesday. No, it's actually going to be on Thursday because I have a special announcement video coming up on Tuesday, on the 1st of October. So stay tuned for that next week too. But anyway, on to the reading. So what am I going to be reading this weekend? My ebook that I'll be reading is Autumn Alibi by Jennifer David Hesse. This is the 6th book, I think, in the Wiccan Wheel mystery series. This is, sorry for the glare. This is a cozy mystery series, and this is an e-arc. This already came out. I think it came out on Tuesday on the 24th, when all 25 other 1,000 books that were due to come out in September came out. But this is one I'm only about 2 or 3 pages into it at this point, but this is such a great series, and if you love cozy mysteries, I totally recommend that you check it out. But anyway, this one, our main character, she is a lawyer, and she, I guess a murder or a death takes place, and this woman's estate is to go to her niece, and the niece has been missing for years, and now this woman's will is missing, and I guess there's question whether or not she died of natural causes. So sounds super interesting. It takes place around the autumn equinox, one of the lower holidays in the pagan and Wiccan calendar, and yeah, the harvest, one of the harvest festivals. So yeah, very, very excited about getting into this one and spending the weekend with it. I should have, if I'd been thinking about it, I should have read it last weekend, because last weekend was officially like the first weekend of fall. I think fall actually started on Monday. So actually it was prime time for her to release this book, that it came out the day after the first day of fall, which is when the book is set. So that's kind of fun. But anyway, yeah, I'm super excited about getting into this one, and I'm very, very much looking forward to it. My audiobook that I plan on listening to this weekend is going to be Christmas from the Heart by Sheila Roberts. This is another e-arc that I got from NetGalley, but I am listening to it on audio. I mentioned to you guys at the beginning of the month when I did my, or at the end of August, when I did my my September TBR, that I was going to be taking some of the books and listening to them on audio, and this is one of them. And this is a Scrooge Christmas story, and I do so love those. So our main character in this story, she kind of runs the big town donations. I guess they do a big donation drive every year, and most of and they've been doing it since like her grandmother started it, kind of an idea. So it's been going on for many, many years. And one of their biggest donators. The company has now been taken over by, I guess, by the grandson or somebody else, and he has decided to cut all of that, that as, I guess he considers it to be frivolous spending on these charities and things like that. So she's going to try and change his mind, because a lot of families in town depend on this big charity thing that happens over the holidays. So this one should be really good. You know, I love a great Scrooge type character for Christmas, so I'm very much looking forward to this one. I'm not saying Scrooge in the fact that I think it's a retelling of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. It's one of my favorite books. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. But I do think it's a Scrooge type character. So yes, again, very much looking forward to this one. And the last thing I'm going to be reading, my last 40 Years of Harlequin project book for this month, is going to be The Runaway Governess by Liz Tyner. Very much looking forward to reading this one over the weekend. This is about a woman who is, has a desire to be a singer. And she leaves her post as a governess to try and sing. And I guess she ends up singing in some less than savory locations. Someone comes and actually rescues her. But of course, because of propriety and things like that, they've been in this scandalous type location together, that now they're going to do the marriage of convenience kind of an idea. So sounds good. It takes place at the holidays, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I will definitely report back and let you guys know what I thought about it when I'm done. But this is a Harlequin historical, and it is from 2016. So very much looking forward to this one. And now on to a quick bit of knitting, some of my knitting updates. The Great Sweater Knit of 2019. I will start with the baby sweater. I did not get a lot done on this week, but this shouldn't take me too much longer. If I did, that's a sock. If I haven't picked up my socks in so long, because I'm really trying desperately to get these sweaters done. So the baby sweater is in this cute little kitty cat bag. It shouldn't, if I could just sit on Saturday and just knit on this, I'd probably get it done, but I really want to finish mine too. So there we go. So we've got the little body. I've got about 2 or 3 inches left to go on the body. And then, as I mentioned last week, I've got to pick up the button band and put the sleeves on. And then this adorable little sweater will be done. I have to go and get buttons too. That's on my list of things to purchase. So I have to go and get some buttons. But yeah, so I'm so far really enjoying it. And this is a free pattern on Ravelry, and it's called the Baby Sophisticate Sweater. Very, very stinking adorable. It looks like a little grandpa sweater. That's exactly what it reminds me of. And I thought completely appropriate for a little boy or a little girl. So, you know, I know what she's having. But I still thought it was super duper cute. She could use it if they have another baby that's a different gender. You know what I mean? That's why I kind of liked it, especially when you're hand knitting something. And I think a lot of parents will keep stuff like that and, you know, pass it down if they potentially can. So my sweater for my trip for Rhinebeck ended up getting completely ripped out from what, okay, so I told you guys last week that I put the other sweater on, you know, it's in the naughty pile right now. And I had to knit a new sweater, one that actually would look decent on me. And I started doing it last week in that pretty blue yarn. The problem was, sorry about that, you guys, where was I? So anyway, I ended up pulling out the blue sweater because it was really loose. The gauge on it was really, I think I had gauge, but it was still like, it just seemed really loose and I wasn't happy with it. So I went stash diving into my huge stash of yarn that I have, and I found some other yarn that I can use. And it's green, guys. Isn't this pretty? But it's the exact, oops, there's the ball. So there's a little ball of yarn. It is the exact weight that I need for this sweater. So it's correct for the weight. So I'm super duper happy. And I've recast it on, and I got quite a bit of work done on this on the weekend. So it looks small, guys. It will stretch, I guarantee you. It's not for my niece, it's for me. But it's on small needles. Like the width of the needles is not very wide, so they're kind of bunched up on the needles. But yeah, but it is going to be awesome. So yeah, so it's going to stretch out, right? But isn't the color pretty? Isn't that perfect? I absolutely love the color of this, and I'm so, so happy. I think it's going to look awesome. So this sweater is, I've already started putting in, I'll show you guys. So I've already got the little, some of the patterning is going in, these little holes. So this pattern is called the Campside Pullover, and it's by Alicia Plummer. I will leave link to it in the description box below, along with the baby sophisticate in case you're interested. And I don't have much of a picture of it. This is all that's on the pattern. But as you can see, there's going to be these little holes all in the body of the sweater. So the other thing is, as much as I love, I mean, the color of this yarn is just stunning. You know what I mean? It's like that, a greeny yellow almost. It actually really suits my coloring, I feel. But anyway, it's not the most soft yarn in the world. It is 100% wool. So it is not like close to the skin soft. It's a little rough. But this is a layering piece. It's got holes in it. Like it's going to have like, you know, like lace holes in it. So, you know, you're going to be wearing something underneath it anyway. So I'm not too worried about that at all. But yeah, I'm really, really loving this. And so I've already got the sleeves on hold. I just have to start working on the body. So, well, I've already started onto the body. So, I'm hoping I've got 3 weeks. 3 weeks as of me recording this to get this done. 3 weeks in a day or so. So fingers crossed we have a lot of progress next week. So yes, little balls. It's funny because this yarn, it's also from Knit Picks. This is Knit Picks Wool of the Andes Super Wash. So you are supposed to be able to wash this, but that will make me very nervous. So I will probably spray it. And then like, I don't want to hang it because I don't want it to lengthen it too much with the weight. But these are only 50-gram balls. So it's only 110 yards. So I have got, I started knitting something else with this yarn years ago. So I've got all these little balls already wound up to go, plus another bunch of them. And the colorway of this one is called Bamboo Heather. So yeah, so I'm really, really loving it. I got to get some work done on that this weekend. A lot of time will be spent working on this. So yeah, so that is it. Sorry for the interruption that happened a little bit earlier. It was a little weird. It was some guy came to our back door and he wanted to be let into the building. It scared me actually, you guys, to be honest. I'm like recording and I hear this hello and I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I hollered off to Garrett. But anyway, so weekend plans, like I said, it was my mom's birthday on Thursday. So we're going to bingo on Saturday. And then on Sunday night, we are going for dinner, the whole family. My parents, of course, me and Garrett, my brother and sister-in-law, and my niece and nephew, and my aunt, my dad's sister. I don't know if, well, when we go to bingo on Saturday morning, my mom's sister's coming with us, so that'll be fun. So yeah, so just update on my dad. As I said, I haven't talked about it in a couple months because there wasn't really much to share, and then a bunch of stuff kind of happened, and I just, not that I didn't want to talk about it, it doesn't, you know, it's not, anyway. So what happened was, I guess it was a couple months ago, I guess you have to keep having scans. And they found some spots near his liver, and I think I mentioned this before. And they were going to do radiation. And then I guess they realized that there was like 2 or 3 spots. So the doctor, the oncologist, decided it would probably be easier for him to actually do chemotherapy. So that's scary, right? But the chemo that he's doing, and I think I did talk about his chemo treatments. The chemo that he was doing is like once a week. So he goes on like, so he has his chemo treatments on Tuesday. They were originally scheduled for Wednesdays, and he said to the doctor, he's like, can I do them on Tuesdays? Because my sister and I go to the seniors and we play euchre on Wednesdays. The doctor's like, yes, we can move them till Tuesdays. His attitude is fantastic, and I think that makes such a big difference. But anyway, so he goes on Mondays and he has blood work done, and then on Tuesdays he goes and has his chemo. So like 1 week he'll have like the half dosage, and then the next week he has like a full dosage, and then he gets a week off, and then the cycle starts again. And I think he goes through like 6 rounds of this or something like that. So he's already gone through that, and he had another scan, and these spots did not go away, but they didn't get any bigger, and they are also less defined. I don't know what that means, but the doctor seemed pleased, and he said, so it seems like the chemo is working, so now he's going through another round of it. But luckily, I think because it's not like several times a week, the only real side effect he's had is a lot of fatigue. I mean, he's been really tired, and he's like, he goes, I'm having naps every afternoon. I'm like, dude, naps are great. Like, if I could have an excuse to have a nap every afternoon, that would be brilliant. But he hasn't really lost his appetite. Like I said, his attitude is great. He's still playing golf every Saturday, you know. And then about 2 weeks ago, his hand started to swell up, like really badly swell up. My mom said to him something, well, maybe it was a bug bite. And Dad's like, well, yeah, maybe, I don't know. So typical guy, it'll be fine. It'll go away on its own, kind of an idea. So he ended up, he had to go see the doctor on the Monday for for the blood work before the chemo. The doctor's like, we might want to look at that hand. So they did a scan, and the poor guy has a blood clot in his arm. It's from the chemo. It's the same arm that they do the chemo treatments in, like where the needle goes in. And they said it's actually extremely common for chemo patients to have that happen to them. So poor guy's on blood thinners, and not just like a pill. My mom has to give him injections, like of heparin. For those of you who are in the medical field or know anything at all about blood clots, heparin is a needle that you get and you have to put it in your stomach. It's what they would give you on IV at the hospital. I've been on it numerous times. I had to do the shots at home one time for about a week before I had a procedure, but he's got to do this for a whole month. And then after that, he'll go on blood thinners, like the pills. So he's not happy because, I mean, this is a man who hates needles. When I was growing up, he used to donate blood as often as he could, for the sole fact that during a couple of my surgeries, I have had blood transfusions. You know, it's open heart surgery that just tends to happen. And he said he always did it because somebody did it for me. So sorry, that just makes me a little teary even now when I think about it. And all of you people who donate blood, you're all angels, believe me. But anyway, so he hates needles, and he used to do it. He would proudly wear the sticker that you used to get since I donated blood. And he'd say, I did it for my daughter. But anyway, so he hates needles, and that was the only time he ever had needles. And now he's with all these treatments and everything he's had to have done. I'm like, you still hate them, don't you? He goes, they're not getting fun, let me tell you. So that's the situation. So if people ask us now, they're like, how's he doing? We're like, he's stable right now. So that's what we want to hear. We're hoping the chemo's going to do what it needs to do, and it's going to go away. The doctor did say if for some reason this chemo didn't work, they do have another option. I don't know what that is, but let's hope we don't have to cross that bridge, and that the chemo makes it take a hike, and, you know, can be hunky-dory again, and he can enjoy his grandkids and golfing and playing euchre and, you know, all those things. So yeah, so anyway, that was just the update, because I haven't talked about it in a few months, I don't think. So yeah, but that's been going on with the blood clot this month, and, you know, with the chemo treatment starting again. And the month of September just flew by, didn't it, you guys? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I'm like, it's so far until my vacation, and now it's like, it's 3 weeks away. I'm like, you know, I'm super excited. Like my friend Lynn posted the other day, she goes, I want it to be here right now, but I need to make money to go. So it's like that, you know, like a part of you is super excited, you want it to happen now, but then again, you don't want it to be over either, right? So yeah, so anyway, that is that. So you'll be getting 2 different vlogs from me in October. You'll be getting the Create Your Own Readathon vlog for this weekend, along with the one for my vacation, my 4-day vacation. So for the Create Your Own Readathon, I think I'm going to probably push it until later in October, probably the weekend after I get back from Rhinebeck, because if not, it was going to be like in 2 weeks, and that's just a little too close, I think, for most people. So yeah, but anyway, that's about it. Let me know in the comments below, are you guys doing anything fun this weekend, or what books are you reading? Are you crafting anything fun? I'd love to know that too. And until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.